part two. We're gonna cover a few different things. This will keep the same tone mostly. Again, I apologize. This is on one mic, so you might have to turn your sound up. It's really, really awkward trying to do this. I'm gonna let Matt start us off again.
Uh, Thank you, Michael. Now, what happens in early on in the film? Wolverine and Sabretooth are Nam. Sabretooth almost rapes a poor Vietnamese woman. Wolverine stops him. They end up getting into a fight with some soldiers. They end up getting executed. They survive. And Stryker comes and says, I want you to join my team. And if you saw X-Men 2, Wolverine did work for Stryker, but I never had the impression he worked for a team. Anyway, they join the team for one mission. You get a brief introduced to characters like Deadpool, played by Ray Reynolds, and
Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, who is supposed to be a total badass, and from what I understand, supposed to be one of the most badass comic characters ever. Just having Ryan Reynolds play him, just no, no.
I'm not familiar with Ryan Reynolds, so I don't know if he's good or bad. But
he pa- he played uh he played the guy in Blade 2 who did a really awful job and started cursing at Triple H when he started kicking him and stuff.
I think that's Blade 3, but I have to see more of his movies to judge whether he's good or not. Anyway, yeah, Deadpool also was famous for the ability to break the fourth wall. A comic book character.
Again, not accuracy.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Forget. And it's bad. Then you have the Blob, and I forget the actor who played him. And you have this guy, some guy who could control energy, played by Dominic Morgan from Lost and Lord of the Rings. Anyway, and you also get Agent Zero, whose power I think is pretty cool, but Michael seems to disagree with me. Is his dead-on accuracy and inability to miss. He can't. If he shoots a gun, he's never going to miss. He's always going to hit his target. They team up with this General Stryker guy. They go to Africa, and this whole mission isn't to overthrow this dictator or anything. It's to get adamantium, which comes from a meteorite. Once again,
Or some stupid shit like that. I don't know.
yeah.
It's just really convoluted and.
Oh yeah, it's stupid. Adamantium does not come from a meteorite, but bad.
Is adamantium even a real element?
No, I think they based it on a few different real metals, but it's not a real metal. But I think it may be based off titanium. But point being is, I don't know where adamantium comes from, but it's not a meteorite. Anyway, the mission happens when Stryker's like, okay, let's torture some civilians for no reason, and Wolverine's like, nope, I'm not going to do that, although I should save the civilians. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to Canada. And
Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna let you torture the civilians, but I'm not gonna save them because that makes me apparently the good guy.
yeah, that was stupid. Then he goes to Canada and meets Silver Fox. Now, I kind of like the Silver Fox Logan romance, but it didn't. It was good, it was bad, but I don't know. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that Silver Fox is. Let's look past the fact that the whole Let me get back to the whole Wolverine Sabretooth rivalship. Wolverine does not disown Sabretooth or say you're a monster for holding these civilians. He says, I'm going, are you coming? And Sabretooth says no. And that's really the reason he hates him, which is stupid. Let me just think of what I want to say next. Michael, you go.
I just like Wolverine's reaction to them just doing all this wrong stuff. It's like just like screw you guys, I'm going home, or something like that. He just kind of walks away. Okay, gee, you think you could maybe do something about this or something like that? And again, the mutant characters we get introduced to all appear throughout the film. We have Will I Am as yeah, I just can't say it without laughing. Will I Am as an actor. Uh, he plays a guy who basically has the same power as Nightcrawler from X-Men 2. He just and really big fat guy who's called the Blob and is apparently really strong or something. But all these characters really don't do anything. They just kind of kind of like in Transformers too. I said just their job isn't to develop. They just advance the plot forward in the dumbest, most awkward ways possible.
Oh, totally. Uh, yeah, there's no development. On the website they had these things when you click on the characters and they explain their point of view and the philosophy and stuff like that on the official website. They don't do that. You don't know anything. You know more of them from the website than you do the actual movie.
The most development these characters get is I'm angry, arg, um, and the whole thing is apparently a revenge fantasy or something like that. So, uh, apparently, uh, even though Wolverine is again spoilers here, is like has a bunch of animal instincts and everything, he can't recognize fake blood.
Oh yes, the Silver Fox death scene. Yes, Silver Fox pretends to be human and is in fact a mutant with mind control powers. Only they don't affect Wolverine or Sabretooth for some.
For some unknown, stupid ass reason.
Oh yes, definitely yes. And you think that Wolverine, who's been in the Civil War, a war where people die, the majority of deaths were from cut and stab wounds with bayonets, won't recognize a real to fake cut, or look under her shirt to see if he could stop the blood loss or something.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and I'm just gonna go off on a little unrelated subject here. Sabretooth. I'm not really sure what his power is. Can he just grow his fingernails or something? Is that like a... I don't know. It's not really a power. That's more of a... I don't know what that is, really.
He could heal. His healing ability is just as good, is almost as good as Wolverine, and he doesn't age like Wolverine.
So the fingernails are just a bonus?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we get to how what's his name? Wolverine is experimenting on and things, and he escapes and everything. Then he hides in some farmer guy's house, which is apparently within cycling distance of a top secret military facility, and the old guy just says, "There's a strange guy hiding in my barn. Maybe I should take him in."
That was stupid. Yes, that was extremely stupid. Also, the scene when Wolverine gets his adamantium, which looks so awesome in the trailer, I think I'll talk about that later, is nothing like the flashback scenes in X-Men 1 and 2 in the continuity thing. Wolverine actually dies when he gets the adamantium in him. His heart stops and restarts again, and that's ripping off from Spider-Man 1, a movie I really loved, but that's besides the point. But that's a total rip-off, and it's just, he's not gonna die. So there's no point, and it's.
And again, we you have the guys saying that we're making him indestructible or something, but when he escapes, they're just shooting at him with bullets. Like, oh shit, we made him indestructible. I guess we should shoot at him.
It's so stupid.
I apologize for my friend not being able to think of another adjective.
Me too. I am sorry. It is insanely dumb. And
yeah, that's real different.
I can't think of it. It's stupid. There's no other word I could think for it. It's stupid, and it's nothing like the flashback scenes, and it's just bad. It's the exact opposite of what we as fans wanted when we saw Wolverine get the adamantium in him.
All right, we're getting close to 10 minutes again, so stay tuned for another part.